Okay, so I'm going to agree with the haters for a minute. So a lot of haters about carnivore say this diet has nothing to do with eating, all the meat that you're eating has nothing to do with that. That's not why you're getting results. The reason why you're getting results is because you're just removing the junk food. And on this post, I'm going to agree with that for a moment. If you're new here, my name is Jess. Hey, I'm over 4 years on the carnivore lifestyle, and I actually coach carnivores every single day. I have been in health and fitness for over 12 years, and my entire nutrition coaching business is all carnivore because I believe so strongly in it. And I am here, and I often talk on TikTok about the ways that the carnivore diet works, and I help you break it apart, because when I first started carnivore, that's exactly what I needed. I needed to see more people, more examples of living the carnivore lifestyle, and from dorks like me who love to study the science, I loved learning about the science and why it's actually working. So if you're new here, please give me a follow and stick around. So let's talk about the junk food piece. So when you're a carnivore, yes, you are removing foods that hijack your brain's dopamine reward system. And so that means those hyper-palatable foods, the fat and the sugar combined, those things that are super processed, oftentimes turning, it's anything that's a sugar or a flour that's turning into straight glucose in your body. And we're removing those. So your brain is going to get the break from that super fast signaling in your brain, that dopamine pathway that's been wired and etched for years because we've been using these foods our entire lives. And studies show, and we're not surprised about this, right? These foods, hyper-palatable processed foods, actually stimulate the same dopamine reward pathway as addictive behaviors. And when people say they can't stop eating certain foods, I want you to know 100% it is not weakness. It is not because you haven't found the right diet. It is not because you don't have enough willpower. It is literally that your brain is biochemically driven to eat those foods. Now, welcome carnivore, right? So when you start eating carnivore, what are you eating? You're eating animal meats, you're eating animal fats, you're eating really good saturated fats coming from the animals like butter and tallow and ghee. You're eating all of these really good high nutrient foods. And what happens? Something interesting happens. There's all sorts of things. You are able to stimulate based on the protein that you're eating, hormones like PYY and GLP-1 in the gut. You are able to manage and keep your blood sugar low, which also manages your insulin and keeps your insulin needs low. You are able to be more satiated. There's a higher satiety level with these protein-rich and fat-rich foods, and the cravings start to dissipate. But the most important thing is your brain's reward system starts to normalize. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the science behind that. So yes, it works. Carnivore works because we are removing all of those foods that keep our brain driving us to eat, and then we can't even get to the next level of letting those foods heal us. Now, I'm not going to go so far as to say it's not about the meat and it's not about the fat, because there are a whole host of reasons why those foods are healing us from the inside out. But for the sake of this conversation, you're absolutely right, friends. Removing the hyperpalatable foods is changing our brain in one of the very best ways possible.